Hello, and Merry Christmas to you all. We decided that we'd try something a bit new for our end of year Christmas and New Year special for this year pain management podcast. So we're filming it, but it's lo-fi. We're doing it on my phone, so it can go straight to YouTube later. So yeah, this is a pain management podcast. This is episode, I don't know,
Is it
four.
Three? Four including the pilot?
Four including pilot, yeah. We've had some cracking guests on.
We are.
Last episode raised a few issues.
Did it? Because I wasn't here.
No, you weren't here.
No.
So we had guest host Ollie Clark, and we had smashing guest Kim Bruce, who came down from Middlesbrough for a gig. And honestly, we planned to record an hour and ended up recording over 2 hours, and it just flew. There was such a vibe between three of us. So I think we're going to do some more of that on a separate channel. But yeah, and with Rachel having missed last one, wanted to come together and do a kind of end of year review.
Yeah.
Even though,
where do we begin, really?
God, I mean, the idea for this started over a year ago, and I suggested it, and Rachel was just like, "Yeah, I'm up for that." So
I certainly was.
So we recorded pilot in summer. With a friend of mine, Emma, DJ, and then we did bugger all for 3 months because it was summer and we got stuff on, and then so we recorded the second episode in November.
Yeah. With
the fabulous Vix Layton, which we all crammed into our little spare bedroom studio, at which point I realised that's not going to be a goer going forward.
Bit cramped.
It's a tat. It's
couldn't
like,
even get 3 chairs in, could we?
No, we're struggling. We were struggling. So we're going to record probably down here going forward. We might even go on road and record some.
We could go out
outdoor broadcasts. Yeah.
Sorry, I can't see very well, but do my eyebrows look a bit bad?
No, my eyebrows look fine.
I've lost my eyebrow pencil today, and so I used some brown eyeshadow.
I'm going to say so.
I'll cover it up.
I
did it in dark, and I can't see.
As they use the Sharpie.
I wish I had. Anyway, tone it down.
So this is going to be. Don't expect out too professional today. It's going to be a bit relaxed, is this? But yeah. So, well, beginning of the year, we're a proper shit show. I were off sick for 6 weeks from the arthritis.
I think I were probably off sick.
Couldn't get out of bed.
No.
And didn't do out for my mental state.
No.
And I were already in a bit of bother at work. And it didn't help. But then I got taken onto a secret mission, mission.
Yeah.
For nearly 4 months. And that gave me time to kind of get my head together a bit.
And you really enjoyed that, didn't you?
I loved it. Yeah, great.
And you've cut your hours at work, haven't you?
I have. I've gone down to 27.5 hours a week, which is enough to pay bills and leave me a bit left over.
And leave you a bit of headspace.
But it gives me a bit of time and a bit of space to kind of just relax a bit more. And although I haven't relaxed that much.
No, but you're doing things that are better for you.
That are positive.
Health.
Yeah.
Things that you like doing.
And like this last couple of months have been great. I've done a load of comedy gigs, getting some progression. I've had a couple of paid gigs and had some good reviews from Peter Fox at Knott's Comedy Review.
You've been all over as well, haven't you?
Oh yeah,
far and wide.
Yeah, Middlesbrough, Ripley. I've been to Manchester. Been to Halifax, Huddersfield, Brighouse, Leeds. So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. I've done a lot of driving. Been to Stoke-on-Trent. Well, Newcastle under Lyme. But it's still the same thing. It's one at 5 towns anyway.
And you've launched the comedy club at Fat Cat, which has been brilliant.
It has. I mean, when I went to Fat Cat with idea, they were all up for it, and they've been incredibly supportive. You know, we've done ticket sales, but Fat Cat have fronted its money to pay acts, and then we're going to ticket sales. And in fairness, at first, ticket sales weren't great. It took a bit of time to build.
But then it was full for 2 or 3.
Yeah, we had 3 pretty much full nights.
And don't forget, I mean, I didn't realise how many other comedy clubs there are in Sheffield. There's a lot of competition out there. So I think it's done really well.
And we've had some great acts on. In fact, oddly enough, I've just been on Messenger with Nina Gilligan, who came to guest with us in August, and absolutely smashed it because she's amazing. Nina's fantastic. She's one of my favourite comedians, and she's a really lovely person. She's one of my best friends in comedy.
They're all nice though. The ones I've met, they're right down to earth and approachable, and just.
I think this is it's a misconception that because sometimes on stage, a lot of us we'll do dark material, we'll do dark stuff, but then off stage people expect it to be the same, but we're not.
No, not at all.
I mean, for case in point is Kane Bruce.
Yeah.
On stage, he's really dark.
Yeah.
But because he's got a sort of like North Yorkshire accent and a cheeky smile,
it makes it soft.
It gets away with it.
Yeah.
It gets away with it.
And he's only a young lad, isn't he, really?
He's young. He's older than you think. He's in his 30s, Kane.
He's still young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a weird one because a lot of us are all like this. You know, we come out with some horrible stuff on stage, horrible, shameful stuff.
Yes.
That our mothers would be disgusted with. My mother especially would be disgusted with my set. That's why I've not encouraged my family to come to gigs.
Maybe not appropriate. This is it though.
I mean, it's just jokes. It's comedy.
You've got to use your own material though, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to talk about what you know.
You can jazz it up a bit, can't you, to make it more amusing?
Yeah, you flower it up, exaggerate things.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if anybody had never met my mother and heard me talk about her in my stand-up set, they'd think she was an absolutely horrible cowbag. But she weren't. No. She weren't. She was lovely. So yeah, so there's that. Been doing some DJ gigs run up to Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
Do that every year for Sean Lee, and had some smashing gigs. A couple of gigs at Bramall Lane, one at Hillsborough, a couple at Aston Hall.
And some of these have got really big audiences, haven't they?
Yeah.
So it's good practice for you.
It's great. I love DJing anyway, and Christmas is always a nice one because you can play all your Christmas music. Plus, it gives you a chance to find out what people are listening to now and what people are going for.
Well, it keeps you up to date, doesn't it? Absolutely.
I'm still doing radio show. That'll go out on it's 5 o'clock till 7 o'clock on a Tuesday.
I mean, do you ever
Voodoo
have a day
Radio
off?
Online. Sometimes, yeah. Like I'm not. I've done that for Christmas.
Yeah.
So there's no more DJ gigs. There's no more comedy gigs. My next gig is on the 4th of January, and that is in. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. I'll have to check calendar. 5th of January, I'm doing Beat the Frog in Manchester.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a gagsman, so I don't.
It's that one-liners thing, isn't
Well,
it?
you don't have to be one-liners, but you have to get them laughing really quick. Yeah. So, and I've done gong shows before. I've done a couple of ones for Spiky Mike, and I'm still learning how to be a gagsman. I'm learning how to try and capture in the first 2 minutes instead of trying to do what I normally do, which is tell a story. But I lasted, first one I did in Leicester, I lasted 2 minutes and then got carded off. And then the one I did in Newcastle under Line, I lasted 3.5 minutes before getting carded off. So, you know, it's getting better.
Is that because you've not had enough tittering? Or...
I think it's always down to who's got the cards in the audience.
All right, I see.
So the way it works, you get 5 judges picked at random in audience. They all have a red card and a green card. And what Mike will do, he's comp perfect night, and what Mike will do, after 2 minutes, he'll wave his phone. And then they've got to then decide whether they put up a red card or a green card. Now, as long as you get more green than red, you stay on. There's 5 cards, so as long as you get 3 green cards, you'll stay on. If you get 3 red cards, you're off.
Gone, yeah.
So it is very much down to the people that have got the cards in the audience. And whether they like you or not. If they don't like you, they're not going to like you, and that's it. You've done. You know you'll not get on. But then sometimes
they might never have seen you before as well. So
exactly, and they might not be. They might not be expecting what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So, but I'm working on that. I'm working on more of a fast opening to get people's attention and get them giggling straight away, which seems to be working in my set.
And you can learn from others as well. I mean, obviously, you're not going to do exactly the same, but it'll give you an idea, won't it, as to how to keep it, quite snappy and get in there.
It's just distilling things down.
Yeah.
It's using 10 words when you would be using 15 or 20 in your set. It's getting it cut down to size. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like I say, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
My sets have been going pretty well. I had 2 gigs on Sunday night, one in Chesterfield at Rising Sun in New Whittington.
Oh, yeah.
Which was not a great venue for comedy.
Have you been there before?
No.
Will we ever go there again?
Yeah, actually, I'd go for a drink because it's a nice little pub.
Yeah.
But it's just not set up for comedy. Yeah. It's like you go in and there's a room to your left and a room to your right. But they're banged opposite each other with bar in between, a big open space. So whatever's going on in the other room, you can hear it in room you're in.
Yeah, a bit distracting.
And there were loads of people that were locals at regulars that wanted to watch football and darts and have their Christmas drink.
Right,
so they're in the other side being rowdy, which makes it difficult to hear in our side.
Yeah.
But hey, it was a good night. Everybody did
this
okay.
This is what you're going to get, though, isn't it, when you're like travelling around and doing different venues. You've got to be prepared for anything, haven't you?
And that were for Tagata Comedy. So Tagata Comedy or Tagata Entertainment is one of lads, David Brown, whose stage name is Tagata, which means the cat in Greek, because his wife's Greek.
Right.
And we've done gigs for him, and we all really got on well, and we've all done really well as a group when we've gigged together. So there's 8 of us all together now, and we're going to be doing more gigs, putting more shows on in New Year. It's just finding right venues and right places, and
you have to keep trying different things, don't you?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing more of that, and then at the same time, obviously I've got Fat Cat to keep going as well. And doing gigs by myself, and doing my own thing, and little side projects, little side quests. So next year, like I say, I'm going to chill out over Christmas and relax and put my feet up and just try and get some rest, and then starting in January, just kick off again.
Yeah.
And hopefully next year's going to be mega. So But it's been, I'll say, this year's been all right. Like
And
I
you've
said,
done your music as well, haven't you?
still been doing music. Yeah, me and Andy have done some stuff together. I've done some stuff with a mate called Marcus as well.
That Steel People stuff.
Steel People is Andy, and then the Packham Nutkins project is what I've been doing with Marcus. That's a bit darker, that bit more gothy, electronic-y. Yeah.
It's good though. If anyone's not heard it, have a listen.
Links are all on our YouTube anyway, so we can keep you up to date. We are doing a website, so there will be a website soon for the Big Shaun Experience, where you'll have links to everything. So you'll have links to podcast, you'll have links to radio show, links to Fat Cat Comedy Club, links to everything else that we're doing. So, and links to Rachel's book. So yeah, it promises to be a good year next year, and we're going to keep doing this. I think we'll probably do it a little bit more often if we can. We've got some great guests already lined up that want to come on. So watch this space. Basically, it's going to be a right laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's all good.
One of the guests we've got is Mark Warren.
Yeah.
So anyone from Carter Lodge, you'll know him, you'll remember him. And earlier this month, I was invited to the Kelham Island Victorian Christmas Market. I was invited last year, and I didn't make it because I was in too much pain. And I was gutted because you had to dress up as a Victorian, and I've been really looking forward to that. So this year I went with my Victorian blouse on and everything. Somebody put me a little cap on, so I looked like I felt like Mrs. Bridges or something like that, upstairs, downstairs. Anyway, I know that's Edwardian. But who should appear but Mark Warren? So, and he's a lovely bloke, isn't he?
He is.
So, and he's got a PhD. He's had a absolutely fantastic career, hasn't he? Still is doing.
Yeah.
So he's got loads to tell us. So he's going to come on one day.
It'll be good. It'll be good to chat with Mark and good to see Mark
and we'll have some trips down memory lane. I should imagine,
probably
about school.
Me and Mark used to be pals when we were at school. We were in the same year when we all went up to Carter Lodge together, and Mark, by his own admission, he'll tell you
he was a swine, weren't he?
He were a little bugger at school. He were a tear ass. Warming. He'd always got a cheeky grin on his face, and he were always up to something. Always up to something. They were him, Mark Jones, Paul Unwin, Ian Crump.
Yeah.
Crumpy.
What can we say about him? Do you think he'll be listening?
I don't know. But I
know what we used to call him, Overgrover.
Overgrover, yeah. Overman. Ian Crump, the Hooverman. That'll set some. Yeah.
And I don't know if there's any truth in that rumour, but it was still funny.
I couldn't confirm or deny anything.
No, we don't know for sure.
No
witnesses, were there?
Apparently there were, and Mark's one of them. But I don't know. I think it's probably something that was. Yes, I think this story was probably greater. It's like John Huston said, when you've got the truth and the legend, print the legend.
Yeah.
It's always more entertaining. Ian Crump, the Hoover Man. Oh man. And but
yes, so we'll have lots of that, lots of memories.
But I also want to find out about what's been going on for Mark, because he kind of left school, drifted a little bit. Then next thing I knew, he'd gone to University of East Anglia, studying environmental and all that kind of stuff. Then next time I saw him, he was working as a gamekeeper and estate manager for a massive estate in Southwest.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he's got a PhD and he's highly respected in his field, or any field for that matter. Yeah. So it's going to be great to catch up, and I'm looking forward to that.
And I have to say that he's read my book and he said he loved it, which considering he's got a PhD,
Well,
I was quite impressed with myself.
my dad has told me he's going away between Christmas and New Year.
Oh yeah.
He's going to Lytham St Anne's
Oh yeah.
on a coach tour,
Posh
coach
bit.
trip.
Is that the posh bit of Blackpool?
Yeah, it is basically. He went last year, and he's got a load of friends that all go. They all go to the same hotel and they hang about together. So it's all good. But he's taking your book with him because he's not ready yet.
Right.
But he says he's going to take it with him and
show it all
to other people
Yeah,
and just plough
Brilliant,
through it and get
yeah,
it and
brilliant.
get it read. So that's all good. In fact, funnily enough, that's something I was going to mention. But I'll mention it now because I haven't spoke to you about it yet. So at one of my comedy gigs, I did a gig in Kiveton and I bumped into a lad called Andy Tupholme, who's a friend on Facebook. And he was telling me about a kid called David Tomlinson. Now, David's an ex-miner. And he wrote these 2 books, novels, based around miners' strike in '84. But didn't know how to get them published. Didn't know what to do with them. So Andy said, these are too good to not be published. So Andy's put them out. So we've got the first one, which is this one, by David Tomlinson, and it's called Strike It Lucky. And it's about guys who were on strike and were doing anything they can to get food on table. So that's the first one. And then there's a second one, which is In the Shadow of the Wheel. This is about when some lads were going back to work. Yeah, it's
drove through Orgreave yesterday.
Yeah.
I always think about it.
Always think about it. Always think about it. So I've approached David, and he's going to come on
Brilliant.
and guest on podcast.
I'd like to read them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sound great.
So
where's he from?
He's from Sheffield, I think. Yeah, he's from around here. But so we'll get to speak to David this year coming up. We've got we're going to have. I don't know if any of you are aware, but there's a big thing about Sheffield and Sheffield being home of football.
Yes.
And one of our old teachers, John Stocks, he's really heavily involved in that organisation.
Yes.
So we're going to get John and one of his cohort, Andy Kershaw,
Yeah.
who used to be on Radio Sheffield and is a mate of mine. Mm-hmm. They're going to come on and guest, and we're going to talk about Sheffield home of football. So that'll be one for football fans to tune into. So there's plenty of big guests coming up in next year.
They've been putting blue plaques all around Sheffield, haven't they? So they should, rightly so, on all the places where the initial meetings were and everything when they were setting up clubs well before anywhere else was doing it.
I think this has always been something that Sheffield
needed to do.
We don't do well enough.
We don't do anything. We've not done anything.
I mean, National Football Museum.
Yeah,
the National Museum of Football is in Manchester. It used to be in Preston at Deepdale, and then it got moved to Manchester on Deansgate.
Why didn't Sheffield bid for it or something?
Because we hide our light under a bushel.
And is that because most of Sheffield Council are not even from Sheffield? There's got to be a reason. I mean, we ought to have signs upon Parkway, didn't we, saying, "Welcome to Sheffield, the home of football." And not just the first football club, but the first football ground.
The modern rules, modern game were written there.
Yeah.
And you've got other campaigns. Scotland are trying to claim that they invented it first, and then you've got other people saying, "Oh, but it was invented in China or in Mongolia." Look, we're talking about
the proper modern
football
game,
association football.
Yeah,
the football game that's played around the world by millions and millions and millions of people.
And Pele recognised
and watched. Yeah, Pele, arguably the greatest football player ever, recognised without Sheffield,
question.
There wouldn't be a Pele.
Yeah.
So so that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get John and Andy on to talk about that. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a right laugh.
And I don't know if anyone from Freshville Library is watching, but if you are, Hello, and thank you so much for all the support you've given me this year. If you don't know, Freshville Library is completely run by volunteers, and it's such a lovely place. A lot of people don't even know where it is. It's behind the Burley pub at Freshville, and it was the 70th anniversary of their coming into existence this year. So they had a lovely display of the old librarians back in the day and everything. Apparently it's haunted in there.
Is it?
Somebody, I don't know if it's an ex-librarian or one of just a reader who hovers in the corner. But somebody from there is going to come along and tell us a few tales about Freshville Library, so that'll be good.
Awesome.
Yeah. And, I might try and get a couple of my author friends on.
Yeah.
If anybody would like to. So we've got some different things, haven't we?
We've
got comedy.
So we're going to have comedy, music,
football,
literature, memory lane. This is going to be, in next year, is going to be expanding, and it's going to be a podcast that will have a bit of something for everybody, while we'll still keep the philosophy of it, which is, it's a pain management podcast, because we all have struggles, we all have pain, and we're not here to try and solve your problems or cure your pain. We're here to let you have a rant. We're here to let you kind of come on and say, I've been suffering with this and I'm pissed off. That's what it's about. It's allowing you to be annoyed and pissed off that you're in pain.
Absolutely.
Not trying to put on a brave face and smile through it. Bollocks to that.
But the thing is as well, don't forget that all the things that we're doing or trying to do are ways of coping with life, and when you get to our age, I've been thinking to myself that the things I liked when I was about 16, I still like them.
Yeah.
And they're probably what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And why were I doing the rat race thing for like the best years of my life?
Oh, I know. We've all done. I think that's because it's not. I don't even think. Yeah, necessity's part of it.
Yeah.
But I also think it's a. I think when you're in like your 20s, you might have a rebellious side, but you still feel, because of where we were brought up, you feel like you've got to conform.
You do.
So you seek out.
Everyone's sent down a channel, aren't they?
You seek out the things that you're supposed to be your building blocks for your life. So you look for a partner. You try and get up property ladder. You look for a good job.
Saving up for a deposit. And
kids, all of that sort of stuff.
Which are, good stuff. But sometimes the way in which you're earning your money is not a way to really be happy.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not advocating for rejecting all that, because that's how we were brought up. And,
But when we get to our age, though, we're thinking about maybe retirement or semi-retirement, and that's when you start to think about the things that really make you happy.
Yeah.
And fulfilled.
That's it, and it's why I've chased. I mean, I always wanted to be on stage in some form, right from being a kid.
Yeah, you did. Back when you were doing your
public speaking and drama and all that, and I got that bug really early, and it's never left me. So.
And I never got that bug because I was not allowed to take part because I was too naughty, and they didn't trust what I was going to say. So I've never been a public speaker. Still not.
And the thing is, this is the thing that gets me, is that if they'd have given you a shot, when we did that public speaking, I think you could have been absolutely amazing at that.
I've no idea what I would have said, but it'd have been controversial, I would have thought, and that's what they were probably worried about.
And I get it, because don't forget, they had to put time aside. They had to get permissions and all and authorizations to take us out of school at times and stuff like that. For
and
practice.
I'm a reliable enough person, but when I got there, I mean, and bearing in mind at that time I'd been speaking with an Irish accent at school for about 2 years, so they didn't know which Rachel would have turned up. But yeah, I am really.
Well, I've
Pissed
been.
off, to be honest, that I missed out on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there were a lot worse people than me at school.
Yeah, you weren't exactly setting place on fire, were you?
Always on the list. Well, I was always on the list of naughty people. If the school did get set on fire, then I would have been on the list of suspects.
But why? You weren't. That weren't you.
I never did anything like that. No.
Look, you were.
Who were worse in our year?
Well, I mean, we shouldn't really name people.
But I were on the list.
But we all know who they were. Yeah.
So.
But the thing is, you were only girl on naughty list, and yet you got through sixth form.
I did.
With A levels and went to university.
I did.
Right.
Yeah,
and there were a lot of girls who were probably on the good list, who left school at 16 and went off and followed that path.
That's it.
And
they've done really well for themselves
in different ways.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know.
But yeah, you knew that you wanted to be.
Half the reason I got picked on at school is because I were performing, although that were also my defence against bullying, was to make people laugh and get on stage. But also because I was clever and because I did all extracurricular stuff, I was seen as a bit of a goody two shoes.
An easy target as well because you're so tall.
Because I stood out like a sore thumb. You can't be almost 6.5 foot tall when you're 15 and not stand out at school. It's like, okay.
And I was this height at 12 and I just stopped growing.
Yeah.
But I was similar to Shaun and that's how we bonded really, because I used to get quite a bit of stick because I had a plastic leg for a few years at school, like a caliper. And so my defence, because I used to get absolute piss took out of me for that, I had to have a defence ready. I had to have armour. And so my armour was to be verbal back and to go for the Achilles heel every time. And I never had any trouble from them after that. They'd be gone.
And there was an incident with a gas tap.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, really, for health and safety reasons and for reasons of not getting anybody in trouble or not naming the victim, who was, and I'm not gonna mince my words, was a little wanker.
Yes, exactly.
An absolute shithouse.
Yeah.
And there was an incident with a gas tap and a lighter and someone's arse getting burned.
And a few posters as well. But I don't think they have gas taps. Do they still have gas taps on desks, or
I don't know if they do or not.
After us?
I think they probably did. And we everybody, all kids these days have got TISMs and ADHDs and all that.
Good God, imagine.
Can you imagine putting them in a lab with access to flammable gas?
No.
Christ, on a bike.
It'd be health and safety reasons, definitely.
They just won't let them have it. Won't let them do it. Although they might do. I don't know. I've not been in school. I've not been at school
Science
for
teachers, anyone out there?
Nearly 40 years.
Mr. Ritchie, if you're watching.
Mr. Ritchie, Mr. Ritchie, Rob
he
Ritchie.
He was the legend that was overseeing that.
Oh, mate, do you know, it's thanks to Mr. Ritchie that I loved chemistry and why I took it for A level, because even if I'd have not done other sciences, I would have took chemistry because it would just, I liked the idea of I liked the theatre of it.
Yeah, I was just going to say combustion and
reactions.
And he showed us the most
colour
outrageous
changing. Oh yeah,
reactions, didn't he? There was that one that looked like a big turd.
Oh yeah, sugar. So you put sugar in a beaker, and then you pour on sulfuric acid, and what happens is the sulfuric acid oxidizes, and so what you get left with is a load of carbon dioxide gas and carbon, essentially, and the carbon
just
rises up like a big black sugary turd out at beaker. Fantastic.
Bless him though. I mean, he did entertain us, and he tried to keep us busy, but no matter what he did, there were a few of us at back that just
pissed about.
Were a bit leery.
Yeah. But you know,
But we had a good time.
so if
Brilliant
there,
time.
so if there are any modern day science teachers out there watching, let us know.
Have they been banned?
Yeah, what's cracked now? They still have Bunsen burners?
Do you know what? I think they've knocked Science Lab down as well, haven't they, at Carter Lodge? Because Carter Lodge
Yeah.
is Rainbow Forge now, which I think is just totally wrong.
Well, that in the science block where we had our form room, D block, that went onto the field.
Know, yeah.
That's been gone 30 years. That.
So presumably it weren't fit for purpose anymore.
Nah.
So I think that's because I nearly burnt it down. But anyway, exactly. So they didn't. So coming back to the point is, I didn't go on any of these things.
And you
missed out.
Yeah, you did. You did, and it weren't the thing. It weren't exactly fair. I think you were prejudged.
I was, yeah, by me gob.
Yeah, but I had a gob on me.
I know.
I could be. I've always been a gobshite, so it weren't like, you know, it weren't like I weren't a gobby.
I know.
But I suppose, I don't know.
I just got to people's Achilles' heels, including teachers. Upset a few. So.
Well, you know, I know I upset one, and you know.
Oh, with that.
Mr. Revel, when I did that campaign video in sixth form.
Yes, of course.
And I did what he said was blasphemous.
Yeah.
So I had to censor it.
Were you a vicar? Lay preacher?
I think you might have been, yeah. But Mr. Bromwich...
But Mr. Bromwich, the actual
vicar, RE teacher...
Vicar of Arbourthorne...
Yeah.
He were fine with it.
He had no problem with it, but, you know...
He had a bit of sense of humour.
But that's because, you know... We'll not go into it, but it's part of the reason why I don't do organised religion.
No.
And why I'm an atheist. I don't hold any sway with things like that. You know, it's all about old men wearing frocks, telling everybody how to live their lives and what they should and shouldn't do.
Meanwhile, what are they doing?
Yeah, exactly. Catholic Church in particular has had some issues.
It certainly has.
Mind
you, so has
but it's not just
them. The Protestant one.
Yeah, and let's not get into the whole Judaism, Zionism, Islam, and all of that.
We've had all that as well this year, haven't we?
Do you know the thing about that though is, and this is what gets me, you've got all these bellends painting roundabouts and sticking flags up, going on about
falling off ladders.
This is a Christian country. It's not. It's not. This is a pagan country that
secular is the word, isn't it?
Well, secular, yeah, because everybody should be allowed to have their own freedom of expression and be allowed to follow their own faith. I ain't got a problem with that.
That's always been the thing.
You know, if you've got faith, I don't care what denomination you are. If you're a nice person, that's fine. I don't judge people by what their religion is or what colour they are or like that.
We're going back to bloody Tudor times, aren't we? Having to do your worship in private, in a hall somewhere. Otherwise, you're going to get burnt at the stake.
Yeah.
I mean, we've not really made any progress. I think that, and also, I do think that's why I love history, because it shows you that we've not really moved on at all.
No, human nature's not really changed.
The same things that were happening
then we
are
may
happening
have
now, a version of.
We may have evolved technologically, and we may have evolved to a certain extent emotionally and you know, societally, but there's still the same old prejudices and the same old stupid bigotries are still there,
and the same greed.
Yeah, avarice. I mean, this is the thing as well. I was thinking about this the other night, because obviously it's Christmas. Now, I have my tradition every Christmas.
Bottle of whiskey. That's mine.
Well, there is that. I went and bought that other day. Got a bottle of Bushmills this year.
Nice.
But I have to watch. It's not Christmas for me unless I watch at least 3 different versions of Christmas Carol. So I watched the one with Alistair Sim from 1951.
I love that one.
That's the definitive.
It is.
I watched the one that's got George C. Scott in it.
Oh, yeah. And
That's
considering
really
he's
good.
an American,
He does a
I
really
think
good Scrooge.
He does. He's got the face for it.
I watched the Patrick Stewart one, which I watched yesterday.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, it's good. That's got Richard E. Grant playing Bob Cratchit.
Oh, brilliant. That's
It's worth a
like
watch, that
I'll look
one.
that up.
And I always watch Scrooged with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
I watched that yesterday as well. Now, here's the thing with that one. It's the first time in years that I've managed to get all the way through it without not crying.
Oh.
Because the bit that gets me, and I don't know if you've seen it, this is probably, look, it's nearly 40-year-old, this film now, so, if you've not seen it, you've been living on another planet. But right at the end of Scrooge, there's the bit where little lad who's not spoken since his dad got shot, just comes up at end and gets hold of Bill Murray's, tugs on his coat, and he says, have we forgotten something, big man? And he goes, God bless us, everyone.
Oh.
And that's it. When that happens, me normally I'm like Niagara Falls. I'm done. I'm in bits. Last night I managed to get through it just by doing that Irish thing of not gonna cry. But
I don't think I've seen that. Do you know what? I'm not a Christmas film kind of. I'm not a girly girl. I don't want. I tried watching a few. I don't know if it was.
But I don't watch
before.
the ones. I
like
watch
Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard's a Christmas. And this is the thing. Die Hard's a Christmas film.
Yeah.
Don't come at me.
Oh,
there's no debate. There's no argument. It's a Christmas film.
It is.
Die Hard 2 is a Christmas film because once again, it's set at Christmas.
And then any excuse to watch Bruce Willis in his prime.
Well, Janine's exactly the same.
Yes.
Janine will. She when I was out Sunday gigging, Janine was sat here watching Bruce Willis in Die Hard in his vest, and probably getting herself all worked up and not under collar.
Not wrong with that.
I tried it. I tried buying a white vest. It didn't have anywhere near the same impact. But that's what it is. But
no, I don't go in for it really. My mum used to like that Miracle on 34th Street, and I used to watch that.
That's Janine's favourite. I'm not a big. See, I don't. It's not the schlocky ones I like. The one I love. I mean, A Christmas Carol is my favourite ever story.
It's the best.
Not just the film, but it's my favourite story.
Yeah.
I remember reading it as a kid, and it just gripped me.
In fact, from that is where we more or less got nearly all of our Christmas ideas almost.
Yes.
And in all the imagery of it, and I was thinking today that in my head, when it's midwinter, because I'm a midwinter person, I was born in midwinter. In my head, everything's frosty and snowflakes and that's what we're all singing about, and that's what's on Christmas cards and everything. And you look out at window and it's just grey and wet. But we still got that imaginary thing of Christmas. That makes it so
that's the thing that
magical.
That's the thing that makes Christmas magical. And
And part of it is Scrooge.
There were white Christmases.
Yeah.
Or whitish.
Yeah.
I remember
at least some frost.
Yeah,
and
I
ice.
remember one year. I think it was 76. I think it was last year, my granddad's last Christmas. And my nan and Donna bought me and Lee football kits for Christmas. Lee got an official Manchester United kit because he was little and they could get it to fit him.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was a fat lad, I got a white shirt, white shorts, and white socks. So my granddad took us up. My granddad Hobson took us up on fields back at St John Fisher's School at Actonthorpe. Kicking football around on Christmas Day morning, freezing. It was thick with frost.
Were there loads of other kids though? Because they would have been all out on the new bikes and everything.
Oh, there were always kids about. Yeah. But so me and my granddad and Ali kicking ball about for an hour. I remember that. But it didn't matter whether it were a white Christmas. No. Christmas was special. I remember that last couple of weeks from beginning of December, because that's when it started. Yeah. It didn't start in September. It started on 1st of December.
That's right,
when you opened first door on your advent calendar. And there were no chocolate. It were a picture.
It was, and you were happy with that.
Yeah, and it were a donkey or a star or an angel.
A manger.
A manger. We ain't in a manger.
There's not enough mangers and stuff either. You know what I mean? I am a traditionalist.
You couldn't have them though now.
I do miss a nativity play. Couldn't have a manger, why?
What, a nativity scene, 19th Street?
I know.
To get vandalised.
I know. Yeah, I know.
It's to get vandalised. Somebody be, that there'd be some drunken, dirty pervert, non-Saint Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
I mean, I weren't going to say non-Saint Baby Jesus, but that's a bit too far.
Well, I know these days.
We're not Ian Watkins. Ha ha, dead. Ha ha ha. That's something that happened this year. Ian Watkins, that dirty get.
That happened, weren't it?
Yeah, got stabbed to death in prison. So now, if you find the concept of a serial paedophile rapist who committed some of the most heinous crimes against children ever, if you find it offensive that we're laughing that he's dead, maybe have a think about where you're coming from. I'm glad he's dead. But we've lost some good ones this year and all, haven't we?
We have. Chris
Ray, yeah.
And of all the times for him to go...
When he was driving home for Christmas?
I know. You just couldn't make it up, could
you?
You
couldn't, could you?
Because, yesterday when I saw it, I thought it might be a joke, a hoax.
Yeah. Well, you always hope it is.
Yeah.
But no, sadly, Chris Ray.
I think it might be number one.
If not, it wants to be.
Well, it's immortal.
But then this is the thing, Rachel. The record buying public. Well, they don't buy records anymore for a start.
They just stream it,
and they're not bothered about. There don't seem to be any real sense of tradition anymore. The only people that are streaming and buying Christmas records at this time of year now is our generation.
Yeah, probably.
Kids all want to listen to Panic Shack and see that.
So is it our fault that Kylie's number one at the moment then? I mean, I've not even heard that.
What is it?
And I don't intend
What
to.
is it, a Christmas song?
It's
or
called Christmas, I believe, and she's number one at the moment.
Oh, well.
I've seen it, but I've not heard it.
I don't
mind
I don't
Kylie.
begrudge. No, I like Kylie. I like Kylie.
But somebody's bought it or streamed it.
And, obviously I'm going to do a little bit of a name drop. So, Nick Banks, Pulp drummer and Everly Pregnant Brothers drummer, tells a story about when they were at some big awards do after party, and they were like a big step to get up into building or wherever they were in, and Kylie were in front of him, and he assisted Kylie on getting into the building.
Did I?
By
that was very good of him.
Yeah.
And she's not complained.
No.
30 years later, like they normally do.
He just helped. He just eased her up with a hand on the bottom.
Did she thank him?
I think she probably did. I mean,
and he's never forgotten it.
No, would you?
No, probably not.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't. if I got the chance to even get within a foot of that saintly bottom, that'd be my life made. I could die a happy man. So good on you, Nick. Yeah. And Merry Christmas to all of you, all lads. I know you had your Christmas gig on Saturday night, or Friday. Looked like a good one. Some good shots from that. Glad to see you all still. Glad to see you all still on with it, and Kieran's settled in. Honestly, all the best to you, lads. All the best to you. Yeah. So
yeah, we have lost some good ones.
We have, and it's. I think we have saying every year, though, don't we?
Oh yeah, we do.
And I think as we get older, it's our heroes that we grew up idolising that are going.
And also our friends, because I've lost a couple of friends as well this year.
Aye.
Which we all will have.
Yep.
So yeah, makes you think when you get to end of year, doesn't it? What have you done this year?
And so this is Christmas, and what have you done?
Mm.
Yeah, well, what have you done? And this is the thing. Tell us what you've done.
Yes.
You don't
have to come and sit on the sofa. You can even do it over the phone.
Yeah.
Teams, Zoom.
Yeah, there's ways and means of doing it. Drop us a message.
Or drop us a message and we can tell you story if you're shy.
Drop us a message onto Big Shaun Experience
Anything
Facebook
you'd like
page.
to tell us. If it might be a local anecdote or memory.
Tell us your stories and we'll read them out.
Might be, your latest illness that you're struggling with or something.
And if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. We'll pro evo it.
Yeah.
We'll not name and shame.
We're not naming and shaming anymore, are we?
No. Although we've done it 3 times in this episode already.
Oh yeah.
Hey, do you know what though? We haven't sworn.
No, we haven't. It's because it's Christmas.
I was going to say
we're being so Christian.
We're being so Christmassy and Christian and good. I feel quite sick actually that I've not sworn yet.
Well, there's still time.
Well, the thing is, we're only like what? We're only 50 minutes in.
Oh well.
So the thing is, if you on YouTube, if you try and monetize, you can get away with swearing, but you can't if you swear within the first 2 minutes. I think it is. So we're
all right.
So we're all right. Yeah, that's true. That.
But yeah, I mean, as for this year, I was just looking before I came today, and I can't believe that it were in January that we got Trump back.
Oh God!
It seems a lot longer, doesn't it?
It seems forever.
It was only this year.
It seems forever. 11 months he's been doing this. Near enough 12 months he's been doing this.
And he's won, and in that short space of time, he's won 8 wars. Is it?
8 wars. He's saved billions of people around the planet. Won 8 wars.
He's taken over Greenland, renamed the Gulf of Mexico. He has been busy.
Yeah, he's been very busy.
Did a few redactions on.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. The Epstein files have come out. Epstein. I don't know if I'm getting it right, but frankly, I don't care. There's another character whose life was snuffed out, whether by fair means or foul, and probably deserved.
But who snuffed him out? Because they deserve it as well. Who'll snuff the snuffer?
Well, I know. I've got my own theories about who snuffed him out. Because they knew that he knew.
Yeah, and they were using that Fifth Amendment
far
too often.
Yeah, and he thought if he kept his gob shut and didn't grass anybody, that he'd get to shuffle off and live on Epstein Island, carrying on with his nefarious activities.
But you know what though, even these files are coming out and it's supposed to be shock horror, but I'm not shocked at anything I've seen. Not shocked at all. I mean, Bill Clinton reclining in a jacuzzi. I was surprised because, of course, he famously was in the Oval Office with Monica Lewinsky. So,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky.
It's not news,
Come on, Bill.
is it?
We know you did. We know you did, Bubba.
Yeah. And the artist formerly known as Andrew, or whatever he is, no surprises there.
They took his gun licenses off him.
I
they
saw
took his guns
that
off
this
him.
morning. So is that because they're worried about his mental health? Or, are they worried that he's going to turn up at Sandringham on Christmas Day and put himself next in line?
He's only down the road, isn't he, now?
Yeah.
Now he's moved from...
So they've took it up.
Now he's moved from Windsor.
They don't want him wandering around with a gun,
I'm going to say they've stuck him on the Sandringham estate and King's going to be there at Christmas.
It could have.
They're all going to be there.
Could have been revenge.
Apart from Spare. Spare will not be there, will he?
No.
Gingerbread and stepchild.
But yeah, I wonder why they've took his gun off him now that he's living in Sandringham.
Well, either they don't want him rocking up round Sandringham House.
Yeah.
Saying, "Come here, Charlie boy. I'm putting myself number 1."
What did he say that time? It was just a standard shooting party or whatever. They don't want him rocking up to them either, do they?
No, the entire establishment now wants him well out of the way. They're all going to disown him. And listen, it's not because they've got any kind of moral high ground.
Oh no.
It's because most of them are involved in the same thing. This is the whole, and it's gone on for thousands of years.
But what is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these powerful men, and it is
It's always men.
well, and it is worthy of comment that the only person that's currently in jail for any of it is a woman. And I know it's not exactly a jail, is it? I mean, I think her jail is a bit like Epstein Island, probably. She's got a cushy pad, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But there's only one person that's carried the can for that lot at the moment, and that's Ghislaine Maxwell. But what is wrong with men, whether they're from banking, law, entertainment, politics,
Royalty.
why do they feel the need to go to things like that?
It is a power thing.
Yeah.
It always has been.
Mm.
You know, it's easy to control a kid.
Oh God.
And that's why they've always done it. You know, and because they don't see
people that are more vulnerable, because some of them were like young women,
but they don't see them
vulnerable to them. Well, they, beneath.
This
them.
is the thing, and this is the same thing with church.
Yeah.
If you're not one of them, if you're not the elite, if you're not rich, if you're just an ordinary person, the poor, as they call us, you're not seen as seen as human.
No.
You know, you're not considered as human. We're just fodder. You know.
But I was thinking about it yesterday, and imagine if you got your invite from Epstein, you'd either know what it was all about because you've been before, or you've heard about it on your little grapevine. And still they went. Innocently, some of them are saying.
Well, I suppose there's an argument to say that if you were that ill-informed or that naive, if you get an invitation to spend a week or however long on a luxury island where you don't have to put your hand in your pocket, you get the height of opulence.
Buffet.
Yeah.
You just thought it were going to be just that.
Then you could be forgiven for thinking that.
Yeah.
But the minute you get there and you see what's going off, now if you've got any morals at all,
you can say no.
Yeah, if you've got any morals at all, you say, "This is not for me."
Yeah.
When's next playing out? Because I'm not bothered. I'm not into this.
But who's the person with the camera? Because the egos have literally gone to the head that much that they're not bothered that somebody's snapping away.
Because they're surrounding themselves with the elite.
Yeah.
You've got an invite to hang around with the most powerful and rich people in the world on a private island where you get everything paid for.
Yeah.
Where you've got all your food and drink, and it's the best food and drink there is. It's you're drinking vintage champagne. You're eating freshly scraped caviar.
They're eating freshly scraped people. I mean.
Yeah.
I've been to parties and enjoyed myself and not paid a penny, but I'm sorry, but there's never been anything like that involved.
No.
So I don't understand what happens to people when they get to a level of power that they just turn evil.
I don't know.
Where does it happen? Or is it?
Is there a pressure? Is there some kind of secret peer pressure?
No, but these people,
that when you reach a level,
strong-minded people, they can't blame it on peer pressure. Surely, they know their own mind.
Let's face it. And I'm speaking as one. Men are horrible. Men are dogs. And
Ghislaine Maxwell is.
I count myself just as much in that as everybody else. As a bloke, if you can turn around and say that you've never ever done anything that's been slightly misogynistic or homophobic or
women do things that are
but as men,
but men make up
as men, we even gay men, you cannot tell me that you've never ever done anything that wasn't 100% ethical. Right? Nobody's lived their entire life
the biggest
being completely ethical.
All crime is committed by men.
Yeah.
All murder.
Yeah.
Bank robberies.
It's interesting though, the statistics. I saw Tommy Ten Names getting rinsed by that boxer in Dubai.
Oh yeah.
That were mega. He just proper ripped into him, and he's going, "Well, 90% of sex crimes are committed by Asian people." He's like, "No, actually, the statistics would suggest that 90% of sexual assaults and crimes committed in this country, 83% white British white British born men."
Yeah, of course they are, because
we're the bleeding majority.
Yeah, but we do have our own white trash.
We do.
So
we do, painting roundabouts, putting flags up, going on about being a Christian country.
Yeah.
Now this is the thing, right? And there's a lot of hypocrisy.
Never been to church in the life.
No. So here's the thing. Janine come back from parkrun. She did junior parkrun other week, and then she went and met her mum and the mates for breakfast. She come back and she says they were all at reform knobheads at Hillsborough Park.
Were they?
With the flags and the leaflets and all of that, going on about Christian country and all this. And I says, well, what the fuck were they doing there? Why weren't they in church?
Yeah.
If you're that into your Christianity,
get yourself down there.
You don't want to be out leafleting on Sunday morning. No. You want to be in church singing your hymns and praising God.
Yeah.
But it's bullshit. None of them. It's literally just, we are the Christians.
Can you pass me that drink, please? I think all politics is a load of bullshit. I'm sorry to say, these days.
It is.
They're all, and that again. Why? There's just, like Keir Starmer sticks his head out window to see which way the wind's blowing, and then he'll leak a policy or whatever, and if it don't go down very well, he'll not do it.
My old boss at Bedford Steels, Steve Ragg. By the way, Merry Christmas, Steve, and Howard, and Richard, and everybody. Everybody at Bedford Steels, still one of the best places I've ever worked in terms of being a very good laugh.
What is this?
It's Kinney.
What is Kinney?
It's Maltese soft drink.
Ooh, wow.
It's like kind of
what I expect.
It's kind of bitter. It's kind of bitter orange, isn't it? I love it. Fell in love with it in Malta.
Yeah.
You can get it, or you can get it on Amazon. So he always used to say about me when I was being a gobshite. He used to say, Shaun, do you know what that does? They opens the gob and they lets wind blow the tongue about. That's Keir Starmer.
It really is.
That's Keir Starmer. This isn't. No, don't get me wrong. You can't say that he's thick because he's not. You don't get to be, a human rights lawyer and a respected QC. You don't get to that level without having some sense, having been a bit bright.
Though in that position, I mean, you've only to look at his face.
Yeah, because he's got no personality.
Well, there is that.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I actually wanted a prime minister with no personality.
Well, that's what we've had for how many? I mean, I'm thinking of Rishi Sunak. Oh, what a personality!
Shit personality.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson, shit personality.
Yeah. Well, he had one. At least he had one. I think he did have one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Though. They have personalities, but they're all shit.
Yeah.
Theresa May, shit personality.
I don't think I wouldn't class that as a personality.
What's her face?
Liz Truss.
Lettuce. Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, God, she was a psychopath. But yeah.
She's completely and utterly noodle doodle, that one.
These are the creme de la creme of our political stratosphere.
They're not, though. They're not.
Well,
this is the thing. We've grown up seeing politics and politicians change from when we were growing up in 70s and 80s.
They were respected-ish.
They were. And even, like, the thing were, back then, even Tories,
They stuck to the guns.
They were abhorrent in what they did.
To their beliefs.
But they had their principles. They believed in the principles. The principles were all over the place. It's like what we talked about Bernard Manning.
Yeah.
Bernard Manning were a horrible racist, a horrible sexist, a horrible homophobe, a horrible everything. We were just vile. But Bernard Manning had incredible comic timing and could write a clean, non-offensive one-liner like that, and it'd have you rolling. It'd have you rolling with laughter.
Yeah.
Very simple stuff. 2 astronauts trying to get on moon, couldn't get on. Full moon. That's a great joke.
Very clever.
It's an incredible joke. The fact that everything else he did was horrible.
Well, that's what his audience
and that's what you're talking about with the old style politicians. They were horrible.
But they stuck to
but it. They had a certain amount of integrity in their horribleness.
They did. I mean, look at
there's no integrity now.
Tebbit and what have you.
Look.
Get on your bike and all that. No sympathy. No, waving to the whatever the crowd might be wanting. He didn't give a shit, did he? They weren't bothered about being popular.
He's still dumb. Norman Tebbit's still an horrible piece of shit now.
Oh God, yeah. Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Are you sure he's not died this year? I'm not sure.
Have you got your phone on you? Google it.
I'm not sure if I've imagined that.
Google it. Find out.
Yeah.
Kenneth Clark.
Yeah, he died in July this year.
Tebbs has died.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I thought he had.
He'll be kissing Maggie's feet in hell.
God, yeah.
She's still dead.
Riding round on his bike.
I'm going to get on my bike and find a job. You're in hell, Norman. I know, but my father got in his bike. 94 were it?
Yeah.
94 years too old.
But God, people like Liam Britton, vile man, awful. I hated them with a passion when I was a teenager. They embodied everything that I hated. But you knew what they represented. You knew exactly what they represented. And
you knew exactly what the game were.
But they knew the stuff as well. I mean,
because they were educated.
They were educated. They knew
in something
field.
Other than politics.
That's right.
They were educated. They were educated in other fields of life. So they had expertise. They had knowledge.
This is it.
They had practical knowledge, and a lot of them didn't go into politics until they were, well into the 30s.
I mean, even Maggie Thatcher, she'd grown up in a grocer's shop, hadn't she?
So she went on to be a chemist for ICI.
Yeah. They'd either been lawyers or.
Now there are
what did Tebbit do? I'm trying to think.
God knows.
Eseltine. These were all.
Well, Michael Eseltine was connected to Westland Helicopters.
Helicopters, yeah. I was just going to say.
Funnily enough, one of the lads I knocked about with in Manchester, Big Steve, Big Steve Bryden. Proper punk, proper lived on edge, proper, proper knobhead, but
nice
a nice knobhead.
Yeah.
His dad were on board at Westland Helicopters.
Really?
Yeah.
Some money in that.
Not many. So he didn't come from poor like we did.
But the thing is, these names just strip off the tongue 40 years later.
Yeah, because we remember what the impact they had.
I couldn't tell you who was in the cabinet now. I mean, I could name a few, but they're completely pathetic.
The faceless, the characterless, the spineless.
Just blown by the wind. They don't know what they're talking about. I mean, who is the education secretary, and have they got any kind of background in that? They've never even had a job, probably. And also, I'll tell you another thing that's gone wrong, is that all the policies and all the speeches are not even done by them.
No.
It's done by them in back rooms at Whitehall.
Yeah, they've all got speechwriters.
And they've got even less experience in the real world. They might have read politics at university.
And they're working in PR.
Yeah, that's it.
And
that's how we're being run now.
And we're being run by a bunch of 25-year-old PR graduates.
Yeah.
All called,
Or people like Dominic Cummings.
Yeah. Wes Streeting.
Is it just me? He's gonna come to the fore next year, but I just don't think we can have a Prime Minister called Wesley.
I don't think we can have a prime minister who sets fire to pet shops and
Is that
looks
what he's done? I didn't know.
that
What,
in
in
his
his
past.
childhood?
Yeah, in his
Did
past,
he?
set fire to a pet
I
shop.
didn't know that.
Yeah, dickhead.
What? To harm the animals or
Oh, God knows.
just
He was
'cause
just
they
he was
were-
just a little teenage arsonist. But he's made of. Look at him. He's made of plastic.
Yeah, yeah.
He looks like one of them AI
He's
robots.
just got that square head on a grey suit, and that's the photo fit
Yeah.
these days. Or you can have a Rachel Reeves Lego head.
Well, look at some
She's
of
got
people.
no personality whatsoever.
Look at some of people that got in, right?
Mm.
The ones who kind of came in, you know, when things started to change. People like Louise Haig from round here, right? Now I like Louise.
Yeah.
I think but she got thrown under the bus.
She did. Anyone can get thrown under the bus.
Because she weren't.
Tomorrow's, aren't you?
Because she wasn't kowtowing to party line, to party whip.
Yeah.
So they pull up some dirt about her. She has to step down. She gets moved to the back bench.
Yeah, but they come back.
Some of them do.
Also, that reminds me, right? Peter Mandelson.
Oh.
Why was he given that job? I mean,
ambassador to the US.
And they kind of did it. They didn't announce that in a big way, I don't think, when he was given that role. It just sort of happened, and he's the most odious, sleazy, and he's been sacked how many times before that?
Oh, God knows how many times.
Umpteen times.
And Epstein's best mate.
I know. So why did they think that was a good idea? So where is their judgment? They haven't got any judgment.
All that.
It's ridiculous. It's an joke.
It's ever been so. Politics has given people access to power and wealth that a lot of them these days would never have that connect. Lee Anderson.
Oh, I know.
Fucking 30p Lee. As if he'd have ever had the access to power and wealth that he's had.
I know.
By being firstly a Labour MP who got kicked out of the Labour Party for being racist.
Yeah.
Then a Tory MP who got kicked out of the Tory Party for being racist. And he's now in reform.
So he's obviously a man of principle.
But apparently not racist, because reform, they're not racist at all. And yet everybody that's in their party
was in the Hitler Youth.
Well, you know, they've all had instances where they've been racist or supported racists or you know, just generally been dickheads. Didn't one get done for beating up his wife?
Yeah.
Ant Middleton, who thinks he's going to be mayor of London. Well, he's got a bit of a shock coming because he can't actually run to be mayor of London because he's got a criminal conviction for attacking police officers, one of whom was a woman. He's also
lovely people.
He's also being pursued by the Ministry of Defence for giving away military secrets to undesirable nations. What about him? The one that were leader in Wales.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
10 and a half years he's got for giving secrets at Russians.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like, hang on.
Shocking.
Reform, right-wing, fascists being paid by Russia.
Yeah, I know.
Being funded by Russia. Being funded by Vladimir Putin.
There is as much of this in all politics. Maybe not the same stuff, but shit. I mean, dishonesty.
Yeah.
Having no principles whatsoever. You know, the housing minister who then, you know, turfed the tenants out so she could put rent up.
Yeah.
Angela Rayner, not knowing anything about tax on houses and stuff.
Do you know what though?
May have happened.
She got that advice from her financial advisor or her advisor. Now hang on. And like I used to like her and all, I used to like her.
I've never liked her. I think she's been put in that position to kind of tick a box because of how she speaks and that she's from a council.
And she's a single mother.
She ticks loads of boxes, and I don't have a problem with her being from. obviously I don't have a problem with her being from a working class background, but she puts it on. I think she's done nothing to
Yeah, and well, she's
alter
done nothing to
why
assist
should she? But
working class.
she exactly, and she bought that bloody mansion in Brighton. So and then mentioned a disabled son all of a sudden.
And then
mentioned before.
And then a busy mate.
Just no principles.
A busy mate, Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Was it? Are they pals?
Yeah, big pals.
Well, you can be pals though with people from other.
I'm not saying you can't,
parties.
but
it's a strange combination.
It's like they come from two completely different worlds.
Did they go out for a drink together then?
No, they were big pals. Younger around together a lot.
Wow.
Well, no, I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying that politicians can't be friends with people from other parties.
Mm.
I'm friends with people who don't have the same beliefs as me.
You'd think they'd be polar opposites.
They are so polar opposite. I mean...
I can't imagine him,
going to
collect...
I can't imagine Jacob Rees-Mogg, one of the most devout Catholics in the country.
Can't imagine him being too keen on a single mother.
Exactly. But you don't know, do you? You don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
No, and the thing is, we'll never really know. The scandals come out. Scandals come out now and again, and you hear about it for 10 minutes, and then it goes away.
And you don't know whether to believe it.
No, it's not easy to believe.
You don't know what to believe anymore.
No, I don't care, me saying.
No, I don't care.
I've reached a point now where I'm looking at the world through very much not rose-tinted spectacles. I'm loving life, especially just recently.
Yeah.
And I want to be around for as long as I can. But at the same time, I'm looking now towards, the twilight years, the end. And I'm glad that we're not going to live forever.
My dad says that.
Oh, I am. Christ, would you want to live forever in this with these dickheads in charge?
It's not looking good, is it? I mean, but my dad always used to say to me, "Don't worry about things you can't change. Just worry about the things you can change."
Well, he's right.
And I wish he'd lived by it himself. But yeah, I think that is good advice. And you can change and you can affect your little sphere, whether that be your family, your friends,
your community.
Your community, yeah.
I mean, that's the thing.
That's what this is as well. If you want to join in with everything that you're doing, because there's loads of people doing loads of stuff in the community.
And look, it's not an echo chamber, right? If you don't agree with the stuff that we say,
come and tell us. When we put it on, put your comments on. Let's get some chat.
We'll engage with it. Listen, we might not like what you've got to say, but as the old saying goes, I'll fight to the death for your right to say what you feel, whether I agree with it or not. And I might find what you've got to say completely abhorrent, but you've got the right to say it. You can come out with it, but don't expect to be allowed free reign with it. If you come at us from a right wing perspective or a racist perspective, we're going to shoot you down. But by the same token, if you come to us with a more like reasoned argument, if you can come with a reasoned argument without being insulting and all that, look, we'll debate, we'll talk with you.
Love to.
Because I want to know why you feel like you do. I want to know what's making you tick, because a lot of you that are on right now, you're traditional Labour voters. And don't get me wrong, I know why you don't vote Labour anymore, because they've shat all over us. But why are you going from, the principles that we grew up with of actually kind of looking after each other, which we did back in the day. We did pull together and look out for each other, to this new idea of hating everybody and pulling this little insular thing. Why? What benefit does it give you?
Do you know what? I don't think people are... It's so easy to be hateful on a keyboard. Sat in your sad little bedroom.
It is, yeah.
keyboard warriors, a lot of it is that. And these people would never say that in real life, in person,
No.
to anyone's face, on a soapbox. They wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't be capable of
and
it.
a lot of stuff and it's both sides, because there's a lot of people
On both sides.
There's a lot of people on the extremes
yeah.
that put
Just
things
as
that I
bad.
just think, are you on fucking crack? Because
And some of them are.
I wouldn't, well, let's face it, when we were kids, or I said kids, when we were younger, did you ever know anybody that did cocaine?
No, never.
I have never.
Only at the dentist.
I've never ever done coke, and I never would.
No, I haven't.
Because I have seen people that were really nice do a little bump of coke and turn into a knobhead instantly.
Tara Palmer Tomkinson.
Yeah, Tara. Danielle Westbrook.
But no, I didn't.
Is she dead, Tara Palmer Tomkinson?
Yeah.
Quite a while ago, isn't it?
I liked her. She was
I didn't. I didn't.
a champagne girl, I know, but I liked her. Thought she had the common touch.
Well, she touched a few commoners. I know that much. A few commoners
Mind you,
touched
yeah.
her.
I mean, Andy Mountbatten, he's got the common touch as well.
Again,
so,
touched a lot of commoners.
Do you think his mother knew what he were up to about going back to royalty and that, the Queen? Do you think she knew?
Honestly, I think, yes.
She's got to have known, hasn't she?
I think she knew.
But he was still her favourite.
I think this is the thing, innit?
There's a lot going on there, because apparently Prince Philip were a bit of a party goer as well, weren't they?
Prince Philip was allegedly in with all of that.
I know.
You know, the stuff that were going on.
And as for the original Lord Mountbatten...
Oh, he was definite nonce.
Exactly. And that's Charlie's favourite uncle.
Yeah.
So, none of this is news, is it?
No.
It's going off now.
It's been going on for years and years and years. The difference is, back in day...
Well, it was kept quiet.
It was kept quiet, and there wasn't the level of... Scrutiny or information.
I know.
You had newspapers and you had TV news, and that was pretty much it. And some of them journalists, well, you know, if you're a journalist and somebody says to you, look, this is going off, we need to keep it quiet. How much do you need to keep stum?
Yeah, there were a lot of that going on.
And there were a lot of journalists that would have said, take the money and run. The ones that had principles, people like John Pilger, you know, they wouldn't have taken the money and run.
No.
And they would expose stuff, and they would throw a mirror on what were going off. But no, nowadays there's so much information.
Too much information.
Yeah, but it's all there.
You just got to fill dead air with something.
And it's a lot of it is speculation and misinformation and stuff that can't be proved.
Well, these days it's about getting that headline out there first rather than it being accurate.
It's all about hits, baby. It's all about hits.
And
we're as bad. This is the thing. We're not.
Everyone is. That's the way of the world.
We're not whiter than white, right? Because here's the thing. We want hits.
Yeah, so come on.
We want you to tell your friends, share this podcast, support it, and make us, make us popular, make us famous. Because I'm not kidding. We need some dosh. When it comes down to it, a lot of this cold hard cash, we'd like to be able to retire a bit better off than we might be. So you'd be supporting us in our dotage.
But also join us and tell us what you're doing in your dotage or what you're planning on doing in your dotage.
It's not just our podcast, it's your podcast.
For the people.
For everybody. We want everybody to get involved. We want everybody to come and tell us your stories. And interact with us.
That's it. We want something. We can talk, just the two of us.
Yeah,
I don't know how long we've been at it now.
We've been an hour and 24 minutes. I think this is probably going to be another 2-hour episode. Yeah. But hey, I don't mind.
No,
I don't mind. It's good. It's good. The fact that we can just rattle on between us without having a guest as well.
I always knew we could.
Yeah, I know, it's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pair of gob. We've got to change the name of the podcast to a pair of gobshites.
That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
We've not even mentioned pain. Don't need to.
Hey, do you know what?
This is the escape from that.
Do you know, since I've been up Manjaro and swimming and all that, my pain levels have dropped significantly.
That's brilliant.
My knees are still a bit achy. My left hip, if I lay on it wrong, that gives me some grief. But in terms of like going up and down stairs and mobility,
because you've lost some weight.
I have.
That's going to be helping.
I lost 5 kilos in the first 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's like £11. I know I've lost more because my clothes are all hanging off me now. I've not weighed myself. I won't weigh myself until I go back to the doctors at the end of January to see how far I've come in 3 months. So I won't know how much I've lost until then. But I know it's going to be, I mean, look at my face.
Yeah, I know.
And I compare it to Facebook memories and stuff that comes up.
Yeah.
Looking at some Christmas gigs over the last few years. I know I've definitely lost some weight and I feel better for it. But so yeah, we don't really need to talk about pain. Although you had a bad week of the week, didn't you?
I have a bad week nearly every week. This year's been the thing is, I don't know anymore whether my pain's worse or whether it's just my ability to cope with it has lessened over time.
Yeah.
And I think because I'm older, I'm tired of it and worn down with it. There's menopause as well. And it just feels harder sometimes. But I've started swimming as well. As you know, I took a leaf out of your book. And swimming, it's more hydrotherapy than swimming because I'm a rubbish swimmer. I'm just more or less floating about in water.
Yeah, that's all right.
You're weightless in the water, aren't you? I go to Hillsborough Leisure Centre where it's not lanes because I find lane swimming boring. But I go in the, I call it the jet wash. Basically, stand in front of these jet wash things and it pummels you back like a massage.
Yeah, it is hydrotherapy.
It's fantastic. If I'm in mega bad pain, get there, I have to be in the water a good hour before it simmers down. Then I go in sauna, and sauna's good for anyone who's suffering from pain and inflammation. Get yourself in a sauna. It's really good for inflammation and stuff like arthritis and stuff. So yeah, these are all the things that we're factoring in. And I've cut my hours at work this year, and that's enabling me to do more things like that. Like
it's about
getting the best life you can.
Yeah.
With what you're left with.
I think, and this is comes back round to what we talked about earlier. We've all got to pay bills, and we all need. It's not just about paying bills. It's about having a career. It's about having
doing
something to focus on.
Well in life.
Everybody wants to do something and make an impact, and that's why we all do it. But you get to a point where you've put in, we've grafted.
Yeah, a lot of us are thinking now it's time to maybe
take foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
Let some of young uns take over, because.
Good luck with that one is all I can say.
I know.
But, yeah, it's their time.
I don't think it's I think it's easy for us as Generation X to generalise about your millennials and your Gen Zs and your Gen Alphas that are coming along now.
Yeah, because you do get that one who's got a work ethic.
You get honestly, you get lots of them. I mean, I can't fault the people that I work with that are young uns. They're all lovely. They're all really nice folk. Some of them have got could do with getting a bit more life experience, and I think the education system hasn't treated them too well, because some of the questions that they ask about things that we just naturally knew are terrifying.
Yeah, but that is the way people are educated these days. The way I educated myself is by reading books. And if you're you might have been looking for one thing, and along that journey you'd pick up a whole lot of other things. Whereas now they just Googled that fact and that is it.
Yeah. I mean,
even for homework.
Well, that's it. I think we are. we're not. I don't want to call it dumbing down, because I don't think it's dumbing down so much as it's just we're teaching people or teaching kids now how to, without doing any independent thinking,
And
just
get
churn out facts.
Instant gratification as well.
Yeah.
Or instant knowledge, which is good for us at our age when his memory's gone. Because I'm always Googling things because I've forgotten it. But kids are doing that without even trying to think.
Yeah. They're not encouraged to do any further
Work
investigation.
It out for yourself. I mean, it started with calculators, didn't it? To be
It
fair.
did. Well, it weren't. I don't think it were until we were in fourth or fifth year that you were allowed to have a calculator in.
No, you weren't.
In exams.
You weren't allowed. No, but we only had a computer room, just one room where we had these strange things called computers.
BBC micros.
I hated them from the off. Didn't like them. Not interested.
It were weird because it were all jocks, all sporty lads that had got a bit of money. Because all sporty lads at our school seem to have come from money or a bit more money.
Yeah, yeah.
So they'd all got a bit of dosh.
They'd got to have.
They'd got computers. They'd got computers at home.
Yeah.
And they were all a bit nerdy about it. So they were the ones that got into programming.
It was the nerdy, more well-off people because they were the only ones who could afford a computer.
Yeah, I mean, when we eventually got one, so obviously there were three of us. We got one between us, and everybody else had got like VIC-20. No, they'd got Spectrums and all that, and Commodore 64s. We got a Commodore VIC-20 with 1K of memory. But we could play games on it, very basic games. We learnt a little bit about programming, but not a lot.
We never had a computer. We did have. I can remember us getting an Atari.
We had an Atari.
That was the first kind of electronic thing that we.
But I was never that bothered about computer games.
No.
I'd rather read a book.
Me too. I mean, in
or
fact,
play a record.
I were upstairs reading a book, and my mum were downstairs playing Pac-Man.
My mother.
Pac-Man.
There were one game on VIC-20 called. What was it called? Oh.
Yeah, because you could play games on them apart from programming.
Well, they were four. You got a pack with VIC-20 of 4 games that you could play. It were called Blitz.
Oh yeah.
And you were flying a plane over this landscape for houses, and you had to drop bombs on them. But each time you went across, plane got a little bit lower. So if there were still buildings standing, you'd crash into and that were game over.
Your mother liked that, did
My mother loved it. She loved just sitting there pressing spacebar and bombing buildings. You know, I thought my mother would come from a Catholic background. Apparently not. Apparently she was.
Luftwaffe.
Well, yeah. Luftwaffe and we'll not go into it. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, so this is where we're at. But I mean, I can't criticise all the youth, because I've got 2 sons myself, and they have got the work ethic.
Yeah.
Because they've got it from me. So, and a lot of people have got it from the parents, from the family.
Because
we've always got good people still coming up. So
yeah.
The world's not doomed.
It's not doomed.
While ever this still.
It's not doomed, but I do think it's going to get
struggle.
It's going to be a struggle.
Well,
I don't think
we've got in charge. That's the main problem.
I don't think there's the focus. I don't think there's the level of depth of intelligence.
The depth, yeah.
It's not about, because kids are still bright and they're still bright enough to pass exams and be academic, but intelligence is about more than passing exams.
And also, what would happen if the internet went down? I mean, and it might do one day during a war or something. And how many kids, if they were presented with a toolbox, would know what to do with a spanner? I mean, I know that obviously we've got
some kids
vocational stuff, but that needs to be.
Do you know what?
Celebrated and
I think a lot of this, Rach, comes back to when we were like 15, 16, 17, 18, when technology were going faster than we could cope with, and science were going faster than we could cope with, and the whole idea of education back then was focused on engineering, academic science, maths, stuff that
Nothing else was,
and it were all about leading you to
celebrated.
get a degree and a job. Right, that's fine. But it left by the wayside people who were very bright, but not academic. But these same people who could build you something from nothing. People who could create things. People who were artistic. People who were, people who were sporty.
And they're the people that have done really well in life.
Yeah.
Not necessarily academic at all, but bright in other ways.
Exactly.
And they've done really well in their lives.
And I think we seem to be focusing now. We seem to be coming back round to an idea of, look, not everybody is going to pass A levels. Not everybody is going to want to go to university. Some people are going to want to build houses.
And you can't force people to go to university just for the sake of it.
Nah.
And just to keep the unemployment numbers down, which I think happens as well. But the other thing as well is we had a lot of time where we had to entertain ourselves.
Yeah.
And we'd go out playing or up to no good or whatever, but your mother would kick you out in the morning and you just had to go and use your imagination.
Make your own entertainment.
Exactly. And learn be a bit streetwise by interacting with kids of all different ages, and that's what makes you...
We were social.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We were very social. And
most of us. I mean, some weren't, but...
But generally, that was the idea, is that you went out with your mates and played football or did what you did.
Yeah.
And these days, even things like sport, it's not about social, it's about the individual making themselves the best that they can be. Yeah. It's all about the individual.
All about the individual.
And so I don't think kids now...
It's not just about having a kick about and enjoying it and having a laugh.
No, it's you've got to be the next David Beckham. You've got to be the next Jessica Ennis. You've got to be the next...
That's it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And it don't work like that. We never dreamed of being the next... I never dreamed of being next, Terry Hall or Brian Dean or like that. I wanted to be the best me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be around people who liked me and who I liked. It were all about socialising. It were all about having people around you.
But it toughened you up as well, didn't it, that life? Of being out there on your own, without your mum and dad, without your four walls of your bedroom. You're just out there, crossing roads, going down fields, in the woods, crossing streams.
Going on trains.
My mum and dad never knew where me and my brother were.
No.
Becoming streetwise.
They didn't care.
Well, they knew.
My mother did, to an extent. My mother whittled.
Yeah.
But it weren't that they didn't care. It was that they weren't overly concerned about what we were doing, because they knew we were smart enough.
That's it, yeah.
To look after ourselves and to know right from wrong.
Right from wrong, They knew that we'd been brought up with those values and that we weren't going to do anything too bad.
Exactly.
Just a bit of mischief now and again, but nothing criminal.
A few fireworks shot out of milk bottles.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Just stuff like that. It were mischievous stuff.
A few doors knocked on.
My dad, their generation did it as well. My dad used to work in playing bombed out buildings and stuff. No health and safety. None of them got injured, to my knowledge. It were just about enjoying yourself, using your imagination, and getting mucky. And kids don't so much do that anymore, do they?
No, they don't.
But
There's a different. It's like when we were little, the toys we had were interactive, but they weren't electronic.
No.
You had to still have an imagination to play with the toys that you got.
Yeah.
Action Man.
I had a doll's house.
Yeah, stuff like that.
My brother had an Action Man.
You had to have the imagination to take that toy and make a world with it.
Or we just used to make mud pies and do slop dosh and stuff.
Slop dosh, yeah.
And I used to love being sat in garden doing that.
You just sit for hours, wouldn't you?
Jason and his friend, we used to get his soldiers out as well and sort of like have them all in muck and do like a battle. And you'd be doing that for hours.
Yeah.
Not online. I mean, they do still do that, but it's at a remove.
It is. There's a definite wall that we didn't have.
Yeah, we were in it.
Yeah, you were immersed in what you were doing, and now
they're not.
And the only way they do get immersed is by going virtual reality.
And even then, they might be laid in the bed. They will be.
Yeah,
that's not healthy.
Nah, not at all. Laid in bed playing Call of Duty and shouting at people from America online.
Yeah. Whereas me and my brother were sat in muck, chucking stones at each other.
Yeah.
That was the 70s, 80s Call of Duty.
It were.
Weren't it?
Or getting toy guns. Everybody used to have a toy gun.
Caps.
Cap guns.
Lovely. I love the smell of caps.
And you play army. And the thing is, you'd never play army where
you wouldn't expect to have
where you were fighting with each other.
No.
You were always on the same side.
You're in your regiment. We might have a leader, but come on, we're going to war. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were chasing down Nazis, or you were I don't know, all these scenarios that you'd come
just
up with.
Anything that you'd made up in your head.
Yeah.
And that is part of your education, isn't it? Of course it is. It's a massive part.
It's more a part of your emotional education and your...
That's more of an education than any book reading can give you, really.
Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong.
You need both.
You needed books. You needed to read.
Yeah.
Because that opens up a world for you. So the reading of the books opens up the world, gives you the imagination, which you then apply to your everyday life and your everyday activity.
Well, you've got a rounded life then.
Yeah.
And a rounded experience.
But now, it's all shortcuts.
Yeah.
It's all shortcuts. It's all instant gratification, instant information. Everything's like...
easy.
It's an overload. It's an absolute overload.
Definite information overload. Overstimulated by information, bright lights, news constantly, doom scrolling, all this from an early age.
You talk about how many people now are being diagnosed with ADHD, autism, neurospicy disorders. They always had them.
Yeah.
But the stimulus wasn't there to make it that bad. And for the people who did have it bad, they were labelled as naughty kids.
I know.
Or labelled as, in somehow deficient. They weren't deficient.
But back in the day, if you had somebody who had a lot of energy, maybe, you'd take them to a playground to work it off, get it out of the system. And I still think that that's probably a good thing. But there's no good putting a child who has got maybe some kind of neuro issue, stick them with an iPad all day. No wonder they're having problems. But anyway,
although
in a
sense, though,
you can...
for some kids that have got that have got spectrum disorders or are that is their way of communicating. That's their way of interacting with the world, because they might not be verbal, or they might be very insular. They might
definitely.
So there's a place for technology.
Of course there is, and there's loads of advantages to it. Like this, for instance.
Yeah, but when I knew kids when we were younger who, I think, if somebody looked at them now, back how they were back then, they'd go, oh,
they've got X, Y, or Z.
Yeah, kids that were like, that were getting expelled, kids that were getting in trouble, kids that were fighting and stuff. They'd look at him and go, well, it's understandable. He's had these influences on his life.
That's it.
And
let's try and understand it.
Yeah. There were no understanding of why things...
No attempt. Just stick him in with Mrs. Marsden. Or whoever it was.
Yeah.
What a time of it she must have had.
Put him in unit. Put them in.
But yeah, things have
bottom
definitely
set.
changed a lot. And
Some
you-
things
and
have
we-
improved. Some things have
Yeah.
not. Some things have deteriorated, and it's always like it's been. Every generation comes through
Exactly.
with their own
Absolutely.
challenges.
But like my dad's in his 80s now. The gripes he has, his dad will have had him, his granddad will have had him.
Yeah.
Everyone, when they get to a certain age, they used to talk about juvenile delinquents and what have you, didn't they, back in the 50s? Every generation has this, where they think that the youngsters are a pile of,
Let's face
space.
it. My dad and your dad are roughly the same age, aren't they? My dad's 82.
My dad is.
Right. So they're 82.
Mm-hmm.
Both born in like middle of war.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were growing up,
Bombed
they
out
were the
buildings
first.
and rations.
Yeah. But they were the first generation that actually got described as teenagers.
Yeah.
They were the first generation who, at some point, stopped dressing like the mum and dad, who had different interests to the mum and dad.
Yeah.
And
Permissive society.
And that must have been a culture shock for them.
Oh yeah, God, they want to know
To
what's
have
going on.
to have the freedom that they had back
First
then.
people to have television.
Yeah.
That's
First generation to
why.
have mass media thrust upon them.
Yeah.
Even if it were only like in limited form. First people to understand the idea of culture being for everybody and not just for the rich. You know.
The first generation to actually see with their own eyes other parts of the world and stuff like a man going to the moon or whatever. It opened up their eyes to a million things that their parents would never see.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. For their parents, for our grandparents, the only way them poor buggers got to see anything in the world would go into war.
That's right. My granddad saw it definitely. Oh yeah, he saw the world.
Yeah.
But not in a nice way.
No.
He weren't on holiday.
And I mean, we didn't go abroad when we were kids.
No.
The first time I went abroad, I was in my 20s.
I was 17 when I first went abroad with mum and dad.
Went to Spain with lads. And I didn't think I missed out because I still...
No, we had great holidays in Devon, painting. Absolutely loved it down there, still do.
It was all skeggy.
Mm.
All skeggy for us. Ingemells.
Yeah. And they were brilliant holidays. Mind you, of course, they were better back then, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't... This is a thing, like, people are trying to deny climate change.
Wow. It has been a change.
It's not getting any warmer, is it? It's still cold. Look, just because it was called global warming, or because it is global warming, it's not about temperatures being better. It's not about you're going to get more sunshine and have a hotter summer. It's about the global temperature increasing, which means that weather systems are going to be affected, which means that the things that keep you warm in summer and the things that stop you from being minus 30 in winter are changing.
Of course they are.
So we're going to get harsher winters. We're going to get more extreme summers. We've grown up. We've lived in this country in a really temperate climate. We might get hacked off that it rains a lot, but I've never known like really cold. I mean, I've known like a couple of degrees, -4, -5.
Yeah.
But it's only when I've been abroad that I've known any colder than that.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
We've known hot summers, 76.
Yeah.
We've had hot summers since, but generally pretty green and temperate. Yeah. It's gonna get to a point where we're not seeing green and temperate anymore.
Yeah. I need a low break.
Right, we can have a little break then. I'll just pause. And we're back. After a short hiatus. So we'll probably record a little bit more. We don't want to go too long. 2 hours is a lot, and anything over 2 hours is going to be very much a lot.
And I want to watch darts. afternoon.
Right. Oh, I know what I'd better do. I know. When I get a minute, I better cancel my swimming because I'm supposed to be swimming at 3 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
I could still go.
Yeah. Don't let me stop you. You know, doing. I've not been.
It's just with this cough and,
Yeah.
and cold. I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to make me sound worse by going on or
You don't want to make yourself ill for Christmas.
no.
So have you done your Christmas shopping, or are you one of them who leaves it till tomorrow?
It's all done.
Good.
But then that's because we're not big on presents these days.
No.
So, with siblings, we haven't done presents for a few years now.
I don't.
There's no point.
And I've got no little kids to buy for.
No, my dad didn't want out, so we've not.
My dad don't want out, but I buy him something.
Well,
A bit of something.
what we've done for my dad is he has a cleaner that comes in,
Oh yeah.
so we paid for 3 sessions for his cleaning for him.
Like that.
So it's practical.
Yeah,
And he
good
and he
idea.
doesn't have to feel like
I've been practical with what I've got my dad. I'm not going to say because he might tune in, so I don't want to spoil his surprise. I've done loads of shopping. I've done nearly all of it online to save me having to go out fighting through the crowds. And I must say that a lot of it has been a disappointment because they don't look anything like the picture. So I'm going to start my Christmas shopping in January, and just if I feel okay and I see something, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
Rather than leaving it till November, December.
Well, what me and Janine do, we buy each other a bit of something, but the money that we save on not buying big presents, we use for like weekends away and stuff like that, and holidays.
I was just going to say, because my lads are ever so good, and last year my Christmas present from Liam was the trip we had to Liverpool in May.
Awesome.
And that were when he told me that was my present, I was like, well pleased with that.
Yeah.
Because
Because some
better than bubble bath, isn't it?
because some thought's gone into it. He knows that you love going to Liverpool.
So what?
So what better thing to do than pay for a
Exactly.
trip for you to go?
And from Kieran, I got tickets to go and see Level 42 that we did in October. Again, some thought had got into it. Damn sight better than bubble bath. Fantastic, yes. So who knows?
I don't do baths, so bubble bath's no good for me.
Oh.
Although now I'm losing a bit of weight and a bit more mobile, I might start having a bath.
I have to have a bath nearly every day because it's for health. It's pain relief for me going in a hot bath.
Yeah.
But yeah, can't wait.
I like a shower.
I don't like standing there.
Oh, I do. I like to get in, get myself clean, and get out.
I like to have a soak.
I've never been one for having a long bath. I know, like most people I know, love it, but
I always used to have showers, but it's only since my back's
I get
been
bored
bad.
shitless.
Oh, I do.
And I can't. And all these folk that go, well, you can watch your iPad in bath, you can have a book in
and
bath,
drop
you can
it.
have a glass of wine.
I know, yeah.
I don't want to have a glass of wine in bath.
You
I don't
be
want
in
to
and
have
out,
my
don't
iPad. I want to get in, I want to get clean, I want to get out.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't benefit from laying about
Yeah,
doing no.
I do.
Yeah, but that's because you've got your pain.
I'm basking in the bit of a relief from pain when I'm there, and I just.
And all I'm doing when I'm in bath is panicking about am I going to slip and fall when I'm trying to get out and end up stuck like a bloody beach whale.
That won't be happening from now on.
No. Even my snacks are healthier. Lentil curls.
They're nice, these lentil ones. I love lentils.
It's lots of protein.
They're surprisingly nice.
Seeds and pulses. But I have got my little indulgence. My Iron Brew Winter Brew.
Oh, is it? Has it got cloves in or something?
It's spiced ginger and cinnamon flavour.
Very nice. Is it made in Scotland?
Oh yeah.
Still
made in Scotland.
it's got to be, otherwise it can't be called that, can it?
Protected food, isn't it? Iron brew. But it's funny because one of the comedians, Callum, he's from Glasgow, and we got on about it the other night talking about Iron Brew and stuff. And I was telling him that they're changing branding in New Year. So Iron Brew Extra is now going to be called Iron Brew Zero. And cans changing, same colours, but whereas now it's like orange with some blue on it, it's going to be blue with some orange on. They're keeping logo, because that's a classic. So yeah. But
this is all true, isn't it?
yeah, it's all MS, all for real.
They're going more blue for Scotland, I suppose.
Yeah. But they're keeping the orange, because blue and orange that's Iron Brew colours.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, I suppose one thing to talk about before we go is what plans have you got for next year? Apart from all, we've talked about podcasts and stuff like that, but...
So my plans for next year are to see how I go, continuing work, and then maybe stop, because I've worked for my employer for 37 years nearly, and you know it's been a really good employer on that, you know, and I've loved it for the most part. But now the thing is, it's just not helping with my pain condition at all.
No.
So I can go swimming, I can go to a physio or whatever, but it's all undone just by 3 hours at that computer.
Yeah.
And so I think, you know, I think it's come to the point now where I need to be just saying enough is enough there, because it's not worth it. Because sometimes I'm in so much pain when I've finished, I am not fit for anything else that day.
Yeah.
I can't see anyone, I can't speak to anyone, and I just go to bed and I'm in agony. There's no point, is there?
No.
So
you're not having a quality of life, are you?
I'm not going to be doing that. If that's how it's going to be, then this time next year, or a lot sooner, I'll be finished. And then I'm going to concentrate on writing my second book, and because at the moment as well, I mean, progress has been slow.
Yeah.
And that is because I'm in pain all the time. I mean, I'm in pain now, but only low level, so I'm used to that. But it's generally up here, up to there. So you can't think straight when you're like that.
No, absolutely not.
So I'd love to just have my whole time to think, right, you know, I want to get as healthy and as well as I possibly can by doing things like swimming, walking, Pilates, reflexology, getting my sleep.
Yeah, well, the sleep's a massive thing.
It is. Concentrating on that, because at the moment I'm thinking I've got to get up at whatever time, I've got to work tomorrow, and as much as I've got to pay bills as well, I want to just stop stressing. I'm really putting a lot of pressure on myself to do that and everything else that I'm doing as well. So yeah, I'm about 3/4 through my book.
Oh,
so I want to finish
so you've
that
done some more
next
since
year.
last time we spoke.
Yeah. I don't know if it's any good. No one's read any. No one's read any of it.
Doesn't matter.
So.
And let's face it, it's a follow-on from the first one.
It's a follow-on, yeah. Which
has been so well received.
So yeah, and doing a follow-on is by popular demand, really, because everyone said, "Oh God, you've got to."
And you're not radically changing format, are you?
No. So Newton still has my condition, so I know what I'm writing about. I just don't know if he's in too much pain this time, but because I've written it in so much pain, there is a lot of pain in it.
But I think that works.
At least it's realistic.
Exactly.
And it's his kind of slapstick, not great way of dealing with it. You know, he doesn't deal with it sensibly. You know, he does things that he probably shouldn't do a bit more in the sequel.
Oh well, good
which
on
will
him.
hopefully be entertaining. You know, they're all flawed characters, aren't they?
I like flawed characters.
Yeah, more entertaining, aren't they, than goody two shoes. We don't.
Well,
want
they're
them.
real.
They are real.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Nobody comes without flaws.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all got something that we would like to change about ourselves, or we've all got something that we recognise we can't change about ourselves.
But you just have to work with it.
Yeah, you embrace it and go, well, this is how it is. As long as you're not causing anybody any issues, as long as you're not causing anybody any pain through what you're doing, then just crack on. Crack on. Well, I mean, I'm gonna keep on with Manjaro, keep on with swimming, and try and get some more gym sessions in, strengthen up a bit.
I think I might have swimming lessons actually, so that I'm not just floating about. I want to get a bit of, because then you're using your muscles a bit more as well, aren't you? Rather than just floating.
Yeah.
So.
But you don't have to be. You don't have to be trying to break in any records.
I know, but I would like to swim properly.
Yeah. I mean, I've until this year when I started again, I'd not been in the pool for about 12 years.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just not bothered.
No.
For feeling self-conscious. 2, for the fact that I wear glasses, and you can't swim in your glasses. You know.
I do.
I did do when I first started, but I quickly realised I needed goggles because these are loose. They could fall off. So I've got some goggles.
I don't need
loving it.
glasses for this, so that's why I've got my glasses, because I can't see you properly if I have my glasses on. But in a swimming pool, you need to have your.
I just need to be able to see where I'm going.
I'm going to crash into people otherwise. Yeah.
So I love that. But yeah.
More stuff that's good for your soul.
Yeah.
I think that's what I want to do, and that's the thing, you see. Even if my second book is a total flop and everyone tells me it's crap, I've enjoyed doing it. I love doing it.
Yeah. And that's the predominant thing. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Do it to make you happy. The fact that nobody's going to say that, it's going to listen. We're our own worst critics, and we're all the most fearful of how we're going to be judged, and that's our issue to deal with. Other people are going to take that book and go, well, I really enjoyed the first one. Yeah. If this is anything like the first one, I'm going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
You've found a formula. You found a character that you like. You found a character that the public like.
Yeah, I've got me one that I don't like as well. He's in it again.
But the thing is, you've got the characters in that people have taken on board.
And I love those. Those characters seem like real people to me now. The people I know. And I'm adding a bit more depth to their characters and their background, as getting to know them a bit more. And what I love about that is that I'm making it up. I'm just literally making it up. None of them are based on real people. They're just my invention. And also, that is something I can control. Because I think a large part of why having this pain condition has been so frustrating is that I can't control it at all.
Yeah.
But I can control what happens in my books. And hours just zoom by when I'm writing. So I'll be doing more of that. Yeah, definitely.
I'll be doing more comedy.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to get.
That's good for your soul.
Yeah, and I'm starting to. We aren't trying to big myself up too much. I'm starting to get pretty good at it.
Yeah, you will.
My set is getting better and developing, and I'm adding bits, and I've had a couple of paid gigs. I've got one in end of January that's a headlining gig for proper pro money, which is great.
Brilliant.
So, and I've been doing a lot of 10-minute spots here and there, and open mics and stuff. Getting good reviews, getting some great feedback, and people have been laughing.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. People have been laughing. And when they've not been laughing, they've been going, oh, because I've disgusted them.
Well, that's fine.
And that's just as good a reaction for me.
Any reaction is better than none.
What you don't want is for them to sit there and just in silence, and it's like tumbleweed. That's horrific, to walk off to the sound of your own footsteps.
Shut in.
But if you've got them laughing or groaning in disgust, you're doing a good job.
Something, yeah.
But and obviously, if you start throwing things and booing, then perhaps might need to change things up a little bit.
Well, you learn from that, don't you?
Yeah, of
I
course you
mean,
do.
I've had one bad review, but he said that my book was Dickensian, so I'll take that.
What's wrong with Dickensian?
I thought that.
He's only one of the best writers
I
of
know.
our entire history.
Yeah, but I have taken some of the things that he said on board as well, and I think, yeah, I can see what he means by that. So it's all a part of the learning curve, isn't it?
The guy who's given me, he's a guy I've known for a long time since I first started in comedy, and he's given me he's done 2 reviews recently, both pretty good. But both times he's actually said to me, "That's good, but have you thought about trying this?"
Yeah.
And on Sunday, he gave me a bit of advice because I was going to do another gig, and he says, "I like that, but why don't you try this instead? And why don't you add this in?" So I did it for the next gig. It was spot on.
Yeah.
It worked.
A fresh pair of eyes sometimes, definitely.
And I headlined at the Irish on Ecclesall Road on Sunday night.
Did you?
Yeah, went down pretty well. Don't know how long I did. I know I did more
That's
than 10.
always a good sign if you've lost track of time, isn't it?
Got some good laughs, got some good groans.
And
Great
you know what?
feedback.
I mean, I might pack working this year, but if I do, I'll be able to come to more of this stuff or more of things that any of my friends are involved in.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, if I've got to work 3 days a week, that's sort of like 3 days a week out of the question me doing anything social.
Yeah.
So I'd love to come to some of these gigs.
Honestly, we have a right laugh. We met some great mates.
It's good for you as well because I think since everybody started largely working from home, you do get a bit isolated. You need to be out there interacting if you can.
Yeah, and I like being in office, and I'm embracing that a bit more. And I need to be in more often because this last year I've not. No. But I've been ill and there's been all sorts of stuff going on. But I'm actually back. Now I'm back in office. I'm loving it. I really enjoy being in office.
I went to the office a few weeks ago and I really enjoyed it. I did.
Because not only is it good to have that bit of work social stuff, it's great for material.
Yeah, for me as well. Actually,
Great for material.
Even your journey in and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to come up with material just sat there in your bedroom, are you really?
No.
For anything in life.
You need to be out there exploring life. You need to be out there experiencing people and things.
The world.
I've got a routine that I've just done for the last 2 shows. And I think it can probably work into January because it'll still be around about time. But I've done a thing about Father Christmas having a team meeting on Boxing Day.
All right.
To go over
what? Debrief.
Yeah, like a debrief. Yeah. And I did that twice. I actually did it off the top of my head on Sunday. So I kind of knew where I was going with it, but
that's good.
I blagged it. And both times I did it went down the storm. So, I think I can be doing that. I think it's one that's very seasonal, but I think from like end of November through to end of January, I can use that and it's going to work. But all good. More music to come.
Yeah.
More radio shows, more podcasts. And I'm going to start writing my book. Start writing my autobiography, which I've dipped into it. I've dipped into a kind of opening for it, but still need to do. I've still got some research to do, but I will try and crack on with that this year.
Ask your dad a couple of things.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down with Dad and have a proper old chin wag and ask him some questions and get him to tell me some stories. And
I love doing that. I mean, Aunt Kathy, my cousin, often asks me to ask my dad. You've got to get him in the right mood for talking because he'll say, I don't remember, I don't know, and he does. Because if you get him in the right mood, he's off and he's saying, and I'm thinking, bloody hell, this is a brilliant story. Why haven't you told me this before? But you've just got to get him in that
I think one of the things is as well, when we were kids,
They were at work.
yeah, but you know, like Christmas and stuff, when all the family were together, that's when stories would come out.
Yeah.
And you'd hear them year after year. But the more you heard them, the more you remembered the bits.
They go
Like,
in, don't they? Yeah.
My mum and our Frank and my dad and our Sheila when she were alive, we would sit round hours talking, just telling old family stories, and you learn a hell of a lot about
Do you know
where
what?
you come from.
It's pathetic and it's nanny state, but I believe the government have put this thing out to say, put these away at Christmas, even if it's only for a couple of hours. But it's a good idea, I think, if you can bear to do it, if you can bear to talk to your family. Some people can't, but
Well,
that's when you get chatting and it's good for you.
yeah, I mean we're just going to be here, just tourists for Christmas Day.
Yeah. Well,
But-
we're going for an Indian.
Yeah, I've
Never done that
I
before.
thought about doing it. My sister does that a lot. They used to do it every
My
year.
dad's come in. He's never been in an Indian restaurant in his life, so I can't wait for that. That's going to be hilarious. When he sees stuff like poppadoms and pickle tree, he'll be like, "What is this?
What the bleeding hell is this rubbish?"
What is it? Is it piccalilli? Oh, it'll be nice. We'll be together, and that's all that matters. We'll have a laugh.
It is. That is what matters more than all. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good Christmas. It's going to be a great New Year. So.
And we're feeling. I feel more positive this year than I did this time last year.
This time last year, I were miserable. This time last year, I were thinking, what's next?
Yeah.
What next is going to kick me in the teeth?
But now we kind of know what's next, and we've got the reins.
Yeah, and I feel that's spot on. I feel like this year, you know,
You've got an handle on it.
there's nobody's in control of this except me.
Exactly.
I've got the reins. I've got the steering wheel, and where I go now is entirely up to me, and it's up to me to make it happen.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
but I'm giddy. I'm giddy for what's going to come.
I am.
And looking forward to it.
And so anyone who's still watching, if you want to meet up because we could go on the road with this, actually, couldn't we?
Definitely, we could turn this into a road show.
Yeah, if you want to meet up. Obviously, when weather gets better as well, we can do some outdoor location stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll have some
But-
guests on.
Make your suggestions. If you want us to come to you, like if you've got a community
that,
space,
yeah.
you got some.
Even if it's your living room, if you
Yeah.
really don't, if you're not able to come to us,
We can come to you. You can be a part. Of the podcast.
I mean, my son's brought me here today because I weren't fit to drive. So there's ways around it. Always. And also I think having something positive to take yourself out of whatever it is you're suffering with. Because I've been awake since 3 a.m. in pain. I've had a few tramadol, and I've got here, and I've done this, and actually I've forgotten about my pain. And
Because you're doing something. You're doing something fun. Doing something different.
Yeah, and I'm doing something as well that doesn't involve looking at that screen, doing this on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. There's a place for that, and it is good sometimes, but more of this.
Well,
more of this kind of stuff, I think.
This'll tickle you. I got a Twitter ban. I got a 7-day Twitter jail because I said some hurty words about Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
And it was just a throwaway thing. Somebody had tweeted about I can't understand anybody that wants to be behind Nigel Farage.
I think I know what's coming. With that.
Well, I tweeted the only time I'd like to be behind Nigel Farage is at top of Beachy Head before I push him off.
That's brilliant.
That blew up.
That's not offensive. That's comedy. That's comedy.
Oh no, you'd be surprised at how offensive that apparently is.
I think that's comedy.
Because apparently
comedy gold.
us lefties, we're woke and snowflakes,
But you can't say that.
Can't imagine how triggered the right wing were.
Of course they were.
They came at me in droves, and then one of them grassed me up, and I got a 7-day ban. But I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
I'm back on
I
Twitter.
think that's hilarious.
But the thing is, while I were off, because I couldn't interact, I stopped looking.
Yeah.
Because I thought there's no point me going on if I can't like anything or post anything. So I just left it.
And you.
Do you know what?
Find something else.
That week, and the thing is, because I weren't on that, I weren't on Facebook as much, and I weren't on Instagram as much, and I weren't on TikTok as much, and I had a week where I was doing other stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what? It felt absolutely amazing not to be tied to the phone all the time.
It's a freedom.
It were great. Not that I could do it another week.
No.
Or, well, I could.
Well, you will have to probably next time you get.
Next time I get Twitter banned.
But yeah.
Yeah. We are snowflakes, apparently. But don't
think so.
Don't take piss out of Nigel or Tommy or anybody like that, because that's hurty words. That might make someone sad.
I wonder if this is the reason we've not got any comedy on telly anymore, because you can't. There's got to be a butt of a joke.
Everything that challenged authority, everything that were a bit left field, everything that were a bit edgy, has been cancelled.
Yeah.
Mash Report with Nish Kumar, that got cancelled. All you're seeing comedians do now is panel shows.
I know.
And travel shows.
The soul. What's it? There's one, Joel somebody. He used to be quite...
Joel Dommett.
Edgy. He's doing bloody... I'm Celebrity... My God, he sold his soul to the devil. Pathetic. But he'll be making... He's got a steady income now, I guess.
The thing is, you like any comic will tell you, we want to be edgy and we want to be clever and we want to be a bit political and we want to be knobheads and we want to do dark stuff. But if somebody comes along and says, right, by the way, we're gonna put you on live at the Apollo and it's gonna pay your bills for 3 months.
And you've got to abide by these rules, by the way.
But you're gonna take it. Because who don't want to be on live at the Apollo?
You don't know how long it'll last.
Exactly. It's like if somebody says, right, it's like if Avalon get in touch with you and go, right, we've seen your comedy, we think you're pretty good. Sign with us. If you sign with them, you are exclusively theirs. But you might get on Taskmaster.
Yeah.
You'll definitely get on panel shows.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's a different route. Most of the comics that are on my level now that I'm gigging with, we don't want to be on live at the Apollo. We don't want to be on Taskmaster.
No.
If the opportunity come along, none of us would turn it down.
No.
But it's not what we're aiming for.
No.
All of us want to be regular circuit comics,
and enjoy it,
getting paid for it. That's it. That's all. That's all we're after. And it's just a case of us working on our material and getting it honed and getting the gigs in and paying our dues
and succeeding
to get onto that level where people are booking you because they know you're a steady pair of hands, where they know the crowd's going to be entertained by you.
Yeah.
They're you're going to make them laugh. They're going to put some money in your pocket, but you've got to go. You can't expect to just walk into it. And I think that's another thing that social media has done. It's made a lot of people that have, because they've blown up on TikTok and they've got 1 million followers on TikTok for these little 20-second things that they do that are absolutely brilliant and funny.
Yeah.
Some of them just think, right, that'll translate to me doing a tour and selling out theatres.
I know.
No. Some of them are doing really well. Kimmy K, she blew up on TikTok. She's doing really well, and she's funny. She's very good. You know, even some OnlyFans girls, are actually really bloody funny and really bloody clever, and are making a bit of a go at it.
Very creative.
Rebecca Goodwin, you know, Rebecca's starting doing some more comedy gigs, and she's funny and she's dark, but because she's had a dark life, and she plays on that.
Talking about.
And you know what? Good on her.
Yeah.
I think she's
turn a negative into a positive.
I honestly absolutely think she's mint, because I don't care what she does on her OnlyFans. I don't care how she makes her money. What she's done for her community, making people's lives better, despite the fact that she's had a real hard time, a real hard life, and she's put back, and she's down to earth, and she's a lovely person. And you know what? More power to her. I wish her. I honestly, I love to gig with her on one of open mics, just to say hello and just say, by the way, I'm a massive fan. I think you're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, but I'm not on your OnlyFans. Sorry, I'd get decapitated.
I think it's grounds for decapitation.
It would be grand if I subscribe to Rebecca's OnlyFans. You've met Janine. You know what Janine's like. I would be spending the rest of my very short life in a flyover somewhere, surrounded by concrete.
Yeah.
Look, we're all interested. We don't. You don't like close your eyes and stop appreciating the female form because you're married.
No, of course you
But
don't.
what you do is you go, very attractive, very nice.
And
I shall now swiftly move on and remember that I am married to someone that I'm deeply in love with and who will kill me in my sleep. So but I think
so we're going to be.
I think that's about it, really. Isn't it? I think we've kind of covered it all.
Yeah.
So
We'll be back in the new year, won't we?
We
Next
will.
week, basically.
January, we'll have a new guest, new podcast. We might not film it yet because we still got to work the technology around filming.
And when I've seen this back, I might say, no way.
Yeah, but come look, you're sitting next to me. I'm always going to look like shit.
I think I look like shit.
You don't.
Oh, well. I'm not bothered.
I reckon.
I'm not bothered.
I'm not bothered. Does this face look bothered? I reckon you're gonna start getting some dirty DMs after this.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. all these randy little gifts.
Well, if they buy me book, I'm not bothered.
Yeah, you can buy Rachel's book and then you can send her a little DM. No dick pics though, you dirty bastards.
No.
I don't take dick pics anymore.
No.
You know why? Because I've lost weight and I can see it again. Ha ha! Right. Have a great Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Fantastic New Year, and we'll see you at New Year. This has been Pain Management Podcast. I've been Big Shaun. This has been Rachel. And hey, we'll see you next year.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Ta-ra.
Bye.